Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
The modern day Mr. Rogers.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
This is Ace and Friends.
Fun, funny, and fast. It's the Thursday edition of Ace and Friends.
Yay!
Yay.
Hooray! Hooray. It's a celebration.
Very excited to be here today.
You sound like it.
It's been a long night. Baby didn't sleep. I was awake from midnight until just after 3.
Oh, God.
Then I was able to get another hour of sleep, and then I got up and came in. So
I only had like 9 hours of sleep.
Only 9 hours of sleep.
So I feel you. I understand what you're going through. Not quite the same thing, but it's close.
But it's close. It's very close.
How are you even here?
I know. And quite honestly, I was about to say, I'm exhausted. I swear. I was like, I know, I'm so tired.
Hopefully you'll make it through today.
I don't know.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
We're going to play a game in a little while, about 30 minutes, called Would You Eat This? Based upon something that is happening or happened this morning in our studio. So,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're going to say.
yeah. So, just a question. But first, my big day in court yesterday. I was a witness, character witness in a trial. And I'd never done that before. It was weird. That's coming up next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is Ace and Friends.
So I was a witness in a trial yesterday. First time in my life. A friend of mine that I grew up with called me from Louisiana and asked me to be a character witness. It's a very involved process. He's going through a divorce, and I can't get into the specifics. But I obviously said, I can't be there because I had a couple things going on here. I'm sure I can do it via Zoom. So they set it up that I can do it via Zoom, like I told you about last week. So yesterday, I come on and it says, log in at 2 p.m. Well, I was in the south part of Charlotte and had to get to my home, which was 50 minutes away with traffic. And I walked in my door at 2:03. But I texted him ahead and said, hey, he goes, that'll be fine, no problem, because they don't come back right at 2. They just want you on at 2. So at 2:04, I am logged into the Zoom. 2:04.
Yeah.
It's a court case. You don't know when they're going to call you.
I knew that. I
can't see what's happening in the courtroom. It just has the big Zoom screen. Top left-hand corner, I see my camera, and it just says, host will let you in shortly. Mm-hmm. Okay. 2:30, 3, 3:30, 4, 4:30. So I have to keep this screen open, and I have to stay relatively close to my computer all day. Because everything's got to be where I can step right back in front of it. So eventually, I'd taken Dax, our 11-month-old, upstairs. We were in the bedroom. He was playing with some stuff that he has up there, and I was folding some clothes, and I've got the thing open on the table. And then they don't alert you. I just happened to hear it and look over and like, oh, God, it wants me to, start my camera and everything.
Yeah.
So I had to do a couple clicks, boom, and I pop up, and there they are. Everybody's in a courtroom. There's a judge in a window, and then there's another window that shows the entire courtroom, and you see my friend, and you see his ex-wife, and the attorneys and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, oh, you're actually on the stand. Mm-hmm. And so they swear, I got sworn in and did the thing. But I came on it. I logged in at 2:04, and it was 5:10 Eastern time They're in Central Time, 4:10 Central
I
Time.
knew
When I came on,
I knew it.
I was still nervous.
Oh, sure.
Because it's just like they're asking me, I knew all the questions I was going to get asked on one hand. On the other hand, I kind of was able to predict based on what I was being asked, what they were going to ask. And they did, right down the line. It was no big deal. I gave all the answers. Everything was fine. And then the judge wants to talk to me from asking me some questions.
Yeah.
And it was a female judge. And then she sort of wraps it up. It's like, okay, that's it. And by 5:20, done.
5:20. So 2 to 5:20.
Yeah, so a 3-hour wait for 10 minutes of testimony.
Man. Did you have to swear in on a Bible? Like, how did they do the swearing in?
Raise your right.
over
They
a
asked me to
Zoom?
raise my right hand.
No Bible.
I had to raise my right hand so they could see my right hand.
They might not do the Bible anymore. I don't even know.
They may not, but either way, I couldn't do it, so I would have to show them, hey, I have a Bible or something. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they, and I couldn't see if they had a bailiff holding it out or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I just raised my right hand. I said, please raise your right hand so we can see it. I was like, okay, you can see my right hand.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, it was weird. It was wild.
Was your wife watching the whole thing?
No, she was gone. She was teaching a class. She was hanging around for a while, and then she had a 5 o'clock workout class.
Did the baby cry at all during?
No, but I was sitting on the bed to do it, and he was trying to climb up on the bed, and the dog was laying on his little spot on the bed.
Uh-oh.
And the baby's trying to mess with the dog, just play with him, and the dog's going, because he
God.
doesn't like the baby messing with him. 'Cause,
Yeah.
the baby doesn't know yet how to touch and be soft. So while they're talking, I'm going,
Yeah, shut up.
I would point like, and I hear him go,
Daddy's in court.
that's right.
Shut up.
Be quiet, baby. Daddy's in court right now.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it, finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Hello. Ace and Friends.
So in our office 2 days ago, Tech D Rob brought us some Krispy Kreme donuts, dozen glazed. I had half of one, delicious.
Yeah.
I had the other half of mine yesterday morning when I got here.
Okay.
Today, I got here this morning, there were 2 donuts left. They've been sitting there for 2 days now. Almost 48 hours they've been sitting there. And I thought, be good. No, I'm not going to have a donut. I opted not to have the donut. Did anyone else have one, or did Rob just throw them away?
I threw them away.
Okay. So those donuts sat there for 48 hours before they were thrown away, but there were 2 left. So it got me thinking I thought I heard earlier Rob say, "Anybody want these donuts before I throw them away?" We're going to play a game called "Would You Eat This?" Okay. And I found a list. It's a little quiz, and what the FDA guidelines are.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me. So would you eat this? 2-month-old cake kept in the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Rob?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. I'm working on
2-month-old cake kept in the freezer. Would you eat it?
it. No.
No. Okay.
I'm not eating cake that was frozen ever. I don't want frozen cake.
Interesting. Well, the FDA guideline says no. Expiration is a month.
It's frozen.
Yeah. Eggs that have been in the fridge for 4 weeks.
No.
They're not cooked. They're just, eggs.
I think so. Don't they have a long?
Yes. Yeah. 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
You're totally fine. 8-day-old meatloaf. Would you reheat that and eat it?
No.
No.
No? Okay, that's
No.
good. The FDA says that 4 days max.
Okay. Although tempting.
Yeah.
A cold meatloaf sandwich. Oh.
All right, here's a good one. Pizza left on the counter overnight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I say yes to.
Maybe not the crust, but
Guidelines say no. Pizza is perishable and bacterial, and bacteria can double every 20 minutes once it starts growing.
Nah, you keep it in the box. It's fine.
Okay. 3-day-old tater tot casserole in the fridge.
yeah.
That's probably fine.
Totally fine. 4th day, got to get rid of it. An unopened pack of hot dog weenies in the fridge. It's been there a month.
No.
Yeah.
FDA says no. That goes bad after 2 weeks.
It's processed meat.
Yeah.
I don't. Those things probably outlast the apocalypse.
Okay, and here's one more. A Pepsi that expired 1 year ago.
No.
No.
I would say no too, but technically, yes. They say you can keep it indefinitely. It just won't taste as good.
It'll be flat, probably.
Yeah.
It will be a little bit flat.
Yeah. I've taken Advil that's expired and stuff. They said it just loses potency. I'm like, well, I'll just take double.
Right.
How about that?
That counts as a habit. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take double.
Hold up. Are you ready? You ready? Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's
It'll
right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Ace and Friends presents
I'm about to have a good day.
the good news.
The good news today starts with a pretty fantastic story out of Kansas. There's a man by the name of Doyle Archer. He just earned a Guinness World Record for oldest truck driver in the world. He is 90 years old. 90. And says no plans to retire. He's been driving a truck more than 60 years. He has logged just over 5.5 million miles as a truck driver.
It's amazing.
He's 90 years old.
That's your life then. He's like, hey, listen, why stop now?
Well, I have some neighbors. It's interesting. Yesterday I was out for a walk with Dax, and I have one of my neighbors. She's 85. And I didn't know that. I didn't realize she was that old. She doesn't look 85, although I'm not exactly certain what 85 would look like. But you just kind of look like, you don't look 85.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that her she just had her heart checkup, and it was pretty fantastic. The doctor said, you're doing great. And I see her out walking a lot. Like I said, she doesn't look 85.
She thin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's out like they walk to the grocery store and walk back and go for an afternoon walk every day. We were talking about just the importance of not becoming sedentary. Being busy all the time.
Is she married?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I had to think. Yeah, I think that's right.
I mean, she's got a man around with her sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think her sister or somebody lives there. But anyway, it makes a huge difference. This guy's 90 years old, still driving trucks every day. I wonder if he gets any exercise.
Yeah,
He has to, right?
Yeah.
And this skydiver got stuck in a tree in New Hampshire on Sunday, but firefighters saved him. He's okay. He said the wind changed while he was in the air.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. He's in the Navy, and he joked that it was his own Memorial Day miracle.
Oh, wow.
I have a friend of mine that went to the Air Force Academy, and if I remember the story correctly, one of the first things they do is learn to, as they enter their pilot training, you got to learn to jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
Low altitude. Mm-hmm. And he said, do you remember the first time they jumped, it was on a windy day, and they were concerned, and the instructor was like, look, man, what are you going to do?
It's the wind.
Plane doesn't just go down on a still day. You'll have to eject on a windy day probably. And I think they were all a little concerned. But he said there were some people that were blown into the parking lot. Guys that landed on top of cars.
Yeah. Just guys falling from the sky.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so he got stuck in the tree. I don't know. I wouldn't have called it my own Memorial Day miracle.
No.
That seems, I don't know.
It's probably so embarrassed, too.
Yeah, inappropriate.
Yeah. You're like a cat stuck in the tree. You just feel like an idiot when you're sitting and stuck in a tree. You're like, somebody help me.
I'm just waiting on the firefighters to
Help.
come get me. But that's the good news.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
A girl had to find out the hard way, something we all know. Grandma doesn't play. Grandma brings the truth constantly. even if it's embarrassing. Next.
This is Ace and Friends.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. but we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Ace and Friends.
If you've got grandparents, you probably know. Let me start over. Let's start the timer. Hang on a second. That was a second. Too bad.
Ace and Friends.
Grandparents do not play, specifically grandmothers. They will give you the unbridled, unedited truth as they see it. That's one of those things that you learn early in life, and it just becomes a part of your life as you grow older. Well, here's a girl who had to learn the hard way. One of the trends on TikTok is having your grandmother do your makeup. One of those trends for women on TikTok. Have your grandmother do your makeup. But this girl's grandmother is just going off the entire time.
She didn't take her makeup off, and she's got zits all over her face. Nice. Why, you got some zits? Is it your period? Fine. Look at this one. You got it above the eye line. The eyebrow.
I can't see. She told me to do it like I want to. Put the blush you want. No, you can do it like you did mine, but mine was
I want you to do whatever you think. Like,
shut up.
She might need it all over.
Did you tell her to shut up?
I think she did.
I
think she did.
Just shut up.
Just shut up.
Yeah, let's bring it back again and see if we can hear that again. But yeah, the grandmothers just don't joke around.
No, and it's even worse when she's got her old bitty best friend sitting there also criticizing the way you look.
And she's taking her thumb and rubber. You got a zit right in your eye right here.
Are you on your period? It's like, I was doing this for a TikTok. Just be nice and make it cute.
And it looks like it's her, I guess it's her dad or something.
It's her dad, I think.
Slightly older than her, but sitting back in the corner.
Just
Can we not talk about this in front of my dad?
Yeah.
Right now. Thanks.
Yeah, they will give you the unbridled truth.
What is something you are oddly proud of, but really never talk about? And why? Next.
This is Ace and Friends.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
So there's a thread on Reddit, people talking about things they're oddly proud of but rarely talk about. And we mentioned this earlier. For example, there's one person who said their middle toe doesn't curl, so they can flip people off with their feet. Like the other toes curl down, except the middle one stays up.
That is bizarre.
One person said her Wordle statistics.
Yeah, people are real proud of that.
She's oddly proud of it, rarely talks about it. And someone else said, I have a very sensitive nose. I can smell things that others can't. Pick out different people's smell after I know them for a bit.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian can smell if you have a cavity, which is pretty amazing.
Really?
She, even if you're in the same car with her, she goes, I know somebody in this car has a cavity. It's bizarre.
I never knew cavities had any smell.
Who knew?
Yeah. So, Riggins, do you have anything that you're oddly proud of but rarely talk about?
Yeah, I can flip. If I'm cooking a burger or a piece of chicken in the skillet, I don't use a fork to flip it over. I just pick it up and flip it. I do that with all things I'm like sauteing. Like a chicken breast, use my hand. And I do it real quick. I don't know. I just always kind of did it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. And I can flip a burger. I mean, it's hot, but it's not so hot that it burns me. if that makes sense. Or I'll pick it up in the right place. A burger's a little tougher than chicken because like chicken, you can go to the thin tip of it, and kind of quickly do it.
But I don't understand why.
Why? I don't know. I just did it one time. I was like, I don't even need a spatula.
It seems like it's actually easier and safer to use the utensil.
It's certainly safer and probably easier, but especially when you're flipping burgers because like the grease will be popping up and you'll catch like a couple droplets. But I'm very proud of the fact that I can do that. I just never talk about it.
Okay. All right, Take D Rob, do you have anything that you are oddly proud of but rarely talk about? You must be busy.
You must be busy. You've got something like that, I'm sure. You can play drums that you don't really talk about.
I'm not much of a drummer, but I have a couple of things. One, I am very proud, and I'm not even sure if this is true, but I was told this at the time, and I believe I was a program director of a radio station when Hootie and the Blowfish first came out. And I believe I am the first program director in America to officially add Hold My Hand by Hootie and the Blowfish, their first ever song, to a radio station, to a top 40 radio station.
Really?
I'm not sure that I was told that, but I don't know if that's true.
We can find out.
They might have been lying to me. I don't think we can find out. I've always thought, I'm not sure that's true. I'm oddly proud, but never talk about the fact that my wife and I think we have 7 TikToks with over 1 million views.
What are you talking about? You don't talk about it. You talk about that all the time.
4 of those with 5 million. One of those has over 10 million.
You're doing it right now.
What? Am I? Was I promoting right there? I don't know.
This is Ace and Friends.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Ace and Friends.
So when the internet was created, social media was set up as a way to share our lives with friends and family. But now, that's beginning to change, and I find this very interesting. In a new survey, 46% of Gen Zers, 46%, so almost half, agree that social media has them feeling like they're living a double life between their online and offline personas. Overall, 27% of people said that, but young adults are way more likely to admit it than older people, because I think they approach social media completely differently. Like only 18% of Gen X and only 8% of boomers said that they feel like they're living a double life on their social media.
Mm-hmm. There's so much more pressure for younger people to participate.
Yeah. And 38% of millennials say that they have separate online and offline personas.
Sure. On social media, you're trying to put your best version of yourself out there all the time. And in reality, that's not how people live and act.
Yeah, 40% of people say that it's easier to express their true selves online than in real life. Yeah, but you can't. You got to know if it's like somebody showing you a picture. They would only show you a good picture. Right. And if they said, hey, we're going to hang this picture on the wall, you wouldn't hang a terrible picture on the wall of yourself. You would hang the best pictures on the wall of yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to post things on social media, you're only going to post what you feel is the best version of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, boomers don't care. They're like, I just want to post pictures of my grandkids or my tater tot casserole that I just made.
That's very stereotypical, but okay. It's painting with a rather broad brush.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong. And Gen X, we just don't care.
Yeah, you're barely in that survey. They're like, no.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it matters that much. Now, maybe it matters a little bit more to somebody like me because of what we do for a living. But the average Gen X person probably doesn't even worry about it that much.
Well, you don't even think about it. You rarely post anything.
Yeah, I know. But I always think, nobody really cares what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a good attitude to have.
I mean, my wife tells me the same thing. She's like, you should post that. I said, nobody cares that I'm out here doing this. And I think that's a generational thing. I don't really think anybody is that concerned with what I'm doing on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, but you got 50,000 people that are.
I know, and I got to remember that, and try to play into that a little bit more.
Yeah,
but I just don't give it a thought, and I do see that a lot. It's a huge difference between me and my wife. She's 31, I'm 56, and it's the reminder. Can you take more pictures and that kind of thing, because she always wants to post stuff, and I always think, who cares that I'm sitting out here right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to fight that.
Do I?
No, no, you don't. But you got to understand the consequences of doing that.
Well, I think I have to understand that this is what I do for a living, so I should be doing more of it. She's right about that. If it wasn't what I did for a living, I would not even give it a second thought about changing.
Yeah.
Because I still would say, I don't think anybody really cares that I'm, having a ham sandwich on a Tuesday afternoon, even though it's a delicious ham sandwich.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just something to think about. It's amazing what an impact that has on younger people, feeling like they're living two separate lives.
Yeah.
And can't help but think that's a negative impact.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it, finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Hello. Ace and Friends.
So, what is the last album that you listened to all the way through?
The Taylor Swift album.
That you actually listened to?
Yeah.
Okay, before that, what was it, Riggins?
What was it?
Is it something you regularly do?
No. A full listen back to front? No.
And I'll tell you why I thought of this the other day. I was playing music. Dax and I were at the house together, and I just opened my phone, and I forgot how it came up. Oh, I know. I had been looking for something from Van Halen that I heard about in an interview. And I clicked on Van Halen's 1984 album and just started it and let it play. And I realized at the end it's only 9 songs, but I was like, man, I just listened to that whole album.
Mm-hmm.
And if I play records in my house, because I have a record player, I would just let them run and try to listen to let the whole thing play.
That's more that's easier to do though, because you can't be skipping around on a record.
It is, but it made me think, wow, I wonder when, like, the last album that somebody listened to. Now, an album comes out now and people stream the whole thing, checking out the songs or whatever. But I wonder how many times they go back and start to finish, just let it play and listen to it.
Yeah, probably not that many.
That used to be something that happened all the time.
Yeah, because it wasn't as easy to, as even with cassette tapes.
Yeah,
wasn't easy to skip from song to song.
Oh, but man, when they came up with that automatic skip, when you could hit that automatic fast forward, it would stop at the next song automatically.
I never had that.
That was a game changer.
I don't even remember that.
I never had it, but yeah, some boom boxes had it, and a lot of car stereos had it. The fast forward would have a setting, you could hit it, and it would automatically stop at the next song.
I wonder how it knew to do that.
Gap on the tape, the audio gap. It would read the audio gap, and there would be, when there was no audio, it would stop itself.
Huh. Yeah, that would have been a game. Yeah, that would have been game changing.
Rob, what is the last album that you listened to all the way through?
The Morgan Wallen double album, that most recent one.
When it came out?
Yep.
Okay. Before that, what was it?
Probably Eric Church. He had a Heart and Soul as a double album. I listened to it back to front.
So it's you listen to it once when it comes out as new.
Then I put it on and I click the shuffle button, so it'll go through them in random orders. But I listen to both of them pretty regularly, not necessarily back to front.
Okay.
But the whole album.
Because my wife and I were talking about this the other day about albums. She was like, nobody listens to albums anymore. I was like, I know, it's a lost art. The art of stacking songs on an album. So there was like, oh, that song would sound good before this song, and that one would sound great next, and all that's over with.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it anymore because everybody listens, track at a time. The shuffle just to get it coming up in different orders and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. You do still hear artists say, "I recommend you listen to it in order so you get the full story."
I find that so obnoxious.
I agree.
They're not wrong.
Oh, it's
in some
so
cases,
annoying.
and in many cases, they're not wrong because it should there should be an ebb and a flow and a nice thematic feel to it.
It's like Jason Derulo. Don't tell me how to listen to your album. Calm down.
This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Hello. Ace and Friends.
I wasn't aware that a particular season has now come to an end, a food season. Riggins found this TikTok and maybe she's got a point here. Check this out.
I mean, I know that a lot of people don't agree with me, but today marks the end of Chinese food season. Memorial Day is the very last day because the summer months are coming. It's not a summer cuisine. I can't eat an egg roll on the beach, and I just don't eat Chinese food in the summer. It pains me to leave it behind for a few months, but this season brings other things like hot dogs and burgers and macaroni salad and, fruit salad and things like that, a fat sandwich on the beach. I'm not bringing, an egg roll to the beach.
She may have a valid point there.
It's pretty spot on. I've just never heard anybody say that.
I never thought of it that way, but I would never consider, you ready to go to the beach? Let's swing by and pick up some egg rolls.
Yeah, you just don't do it.
Say, no, I wouldn't do that.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, macaroni salad, fruit salad, fat sandwich, as she says.
Chinese food has a season, apparently, and summer is not that season.
It makes sense. It's hearty. It's like it's cold out and you're eating Chinese food. It does kind of make sense.
You got some miso soup going or whatever. You just got to get started.
And I love Chinese food, but she's probably right. I love Chinese.
And I was sitting here trying to think. I don't eat Chinese food that often, but it is a Christmas staple for us because we were traveling one year, flew home on Christmas morning very early, and just decided when the kids came over, let's get Chinese. And we enjoyed it. We're like, let's do this every year. That's kind of become our Chinese, our Christmas tradition is to have Chinese. Wouldn't have a thought of July 4th. We need to get some Chinese food.
No, not at all. Not at all. Chili, I guess chili would be the closest thing. Like you typically don't eat that in the summer. But
I could though. I wouldn't.
I guess I could, but it's more fitting for the
I might hit Wendy's
colder
and get
weather.
chili. I don't think I would make chili in the summer.
No. When would you make chili?
Yeah.
You would make chili in the winter?
Yeah, I'd make chili in the winter.
Would you?
I mean, if I were a chili maker.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't make a lot of things ever.
Yeah. I'm on board with this thought.
Yeah, I think I've kind of been quietly on board with it without ever realizing it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Chinese food has a season.
Yeah.
And it's not Chinese food season now.
And if you can't tell, she's from Georgia. Hot dogs, macaroni salad.
A couple of sandwiches.
Hold up. Are you ready?
You ready? Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
This is Ace and Friends.
One of my favorite games we play is called Classic or Not. I am older than Riggins and Rob, so our definitions of what is a classic will vary. Rob's 38, Riggins is 36, just a few weeks away from being 37. I'll give you the song title. You tell me if it is a classic or not. Today we're doing mainly 80s and country. There could be a couple of 90s mixed in. Why you make that face?
I don't know any of these. I don't know anything about country or 80s.
That's what makes it interesting, whether or not you think it's a classic.
Okay.
For example, let's start with, and I'll help you out with the song so you know what song it is. Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. Theme song to the movie The Breakfast Club. You've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
Don't you forget about me.
Yeah, that's definitely
classic or not?
That's classic for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw.
Horrible song. No. One of the worst Tim McGraw songs.
Hang on, maybe we have a misunderstanding.
With the bowl named Fu Manchu? Yeah, that song was trash.
I went
trash.
skydiving.
It's so corny.
Rocky Mountain climbing.
Oh, garbage.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either. I love Tim McGraw.
I do
One
too.
of my favorite artists.
What are you talking about?
That song is tacky and like just stuff with like as many references as you can. It's like it's poorly written. It's not catchy. Well, it is kind of catchy, but it sucks. Hate that song.
I knew as soon as Rick started talking, because Ace and I have talked about this before, and he thinks it's one of his best songs.
Oh, God.
I think it's a great song. I think it's a great song.
No, thank you. I'll pass. Not a lot.
And maybe it is a classic. Like maybe it'll stand the test of time. But I just hate it. I guess I shouldn't have said that. I don't. It wasn't about whether you like it or not. It was if it's a classic.
It's your opinion. I'm rather taken aback.
If it is classic, they're wrong. I'm just kidding.
Hate that song.
Okay. Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Classic. Okay. Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
No, still no.
I can't believe y'all hate that song that much.
I hate it.
Like that actually hurt my feelings.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now I'm going to have to listen to it all over again and see if I can be a little more.
That makes me look at you differently. I'm like, maybe he doesn't know anything about music.
The rest of the world thinks that's a great song.
Well, they okay. They made a mistake on that one.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Ace and Friends.
Strap in for a quick trip around a few things that you might find interesting. Riggins, before you leave the house on vacation, you're going to be gone a couple of days. Do you clean?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
I make the bed, but I don't clean.
75% of people admit we clean before we go on vacation. Now, for a lot of cleaning, they mean straightening up, picking up, that kind of stuff as well. Because people point out they have a hard time relaxing if they know they're coming home to a dirty house.
I get why you would. It's an awesome feeling to come home to a clean house, but I don't.
77% of people in the survey, 77% of the people that say they do clean, laundry is the top priority.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to come home with stuff that needs to be washed and have another pile of stuff that needs to be washed right there. Yeah. And once the laundry is done, it's all put away and straightened up. Laundry was first, followed by dishes and the bathroom.
Dishes is a good one.
Just to make sure that everything is clean and picked up. Second thing you might find interesting, researchers out of the UK say that older people face discrimination around, a little fun time in the nursing home. And that medical professionals in nursing homes should be encouraging your grandparents and parents to be getting home.
They're discriminated against? Give me a break.
Says older people face discrimination about relationships, particularly when it comes to nursing homes where privacy can be limited. They say the nursing home staff should be encouraging elderly playtime because it keeps them vibrant.
Elderlyplaytime.com.
And,
I mean, what the hell?
Encouraging it, like, are they just in the halls? I think she wants you, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think they're just saying not like that, but just remove the stigmas around older people doing what they want to do, because that can be a very important thing when it comes to their health and well-being.
Hey, Rayford, she's giving you the eyes.
Yeah.
She wants it bad.
And I found this fun. BuzzFeed made a list of famous people whose acting debuts were quite disappointing. On the list, Michael Jordan's acting debut in Space Jam.
Shut up.
I mean,
give me a break.
He's not great in it, but the movie's fine.
Exactly. He's there playing Michael Jordan.
Right.
Taylor Swift in the movie Valentine's Day.
She was pretty good in that.
Well, they said no.
I don't ever see
Rihanna's performance in the movie Battleship.
I've never seen Battleship.
Kelly Clarkson, and From Justin to Kelly. And that's not really fair.
That doesn't sound like that. You can judge her for that one.
Yeah. Khloe and Kourtney Kardashian on 90210. And then it says Kim Kardashian on American Horror Story. But I thought she got pretty good reviews for that. Was
she
I
did.
wrong?
Yeah, she did.
Well, they said it was a disappointing debut by a non-actor, but I thought everything that I saw said she got pretty good reviews for that.
What non-actor really hits it out of the park on their first run? I mean, that just seems kind of natural. Like, it's going to take you. I bet every actor probably didn't have a stellar debut.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. When you're an athlete or a musician and you become an actor, that's a whole different thing. Your first one's probably not going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
This is Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Hello. Ace and Friends.
Show my hands. Where are the nosebleed kids at?
Yeah, I mean, really. That's what this guy is asking on social media. Like, well, it's kind of interesting because it makes you think about your childhood.
Yeah, kids you knew when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see.
Those kids that always had nosebleeds at school, how are you now? I always wondered. I always thought it was very strange. You just used to bleed out of your nose. You're right nowadays, as an adult. Like, what was that all about? What happened?
It's true. Like, there was that one kid that always had nosebleeds. I mean, in my school, we had... I went to a small private school, so we always had the diabetes kid, the kid that had to drink juicy juice and eat apples, cheese crackers. And we're like, why does he get a snack in the middle of the day? And we're in math class.
I was thinking about the nosebleed kid, but yeah, we had a kid that was diabetic, and he always had to have a little thing, like a little cooler, like a little soft cooler
with snacks
already.
We were like, we didn't get it because we were, second grade. We're like, why does he get a snack now? Oh, he's the diabetes guy. Or we also had the first peanut allergy kid that everybody knew. Everybody was like, oh, he can't be around peanuts.
Yeah, we didn't have
it's so common.
We didn't have much of that at all. What we had was the kid that couldn't dance. Wasn't allowed to dance. So in elementary school, we did square dancing as part of PE one time.
Yeah.
And this one kid I always remember. Same kid, because of his religious beliefs. I think they were Seventh-day Adventist or Pentecostal, and he couldn't participate in that or any a Christmas party or anything like that. I always felt bad for him. But man, it sucks. He has to go sit in the library by himself.
That does suck.
He turned out great.
He's fine.
Yeah. So I saw him at a class reunion years ago, and he seemed like he was doing awesome.
Oh, well, now he can go to parties at least.
I think he just kind of... Is that a party? It was kind of a cookout more than anything else.
We had a booger kid. We had
a booger kid
that was always just like, hello. He was just so stuffed up, and you just wanted to give him a tissue and be like, blow your nose. Blow your nose. It's disgusting.
Yeah, we had a kid that smelled like urine all the time. It was great.
Urine?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
We didn't have nice nicknames for him.
Yeah, what'd you call him?
I didn't call him anything.
What did other people call him?
A lot of people use the P word, the one that's not so bad.
Yeah.
P kid?
I think that was probably pretty common one, but there were other ones I just can't remember. But it was not nice.
You don't want to be P kid.
You don't.
Pee smelling kid. Would you rather be booger kid or pee smell? I'd rather be booger kid, I think.
Oh, for sure. You can clear up Booger Kid, but if you peed on yourself or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. He would be Pee Kid because he peed on himself all the time.
That's so bad.
That's what we assumed.
You know what I love is that right now I know everybody else that's listening is scrolling through their brain. Going, oh yeah, we had a Booger Kid. We had
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
A dandruff kid. It was mean. I'm just kidding.
Dandruff.
This is Ace and Friends.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
This is Ace and Friends.
Let's play around and think fast. It's very simple. I'm going to throw out a scenario. You give me the answer. For example, we'll do this as a trial. A sweet treat that starts with the letter B.
Brownie.
Good. There you go. There are various options for each one of these answers, okay? So think fast. We'll kind of keep score a little bit here. Let's see. Here we go. Something you mix into ice cream that starts with the letter C.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Good. Something you would notice on a person that starts with the letter T.
T-shirt.
Okay. A body part that starts with the letter L.
Larynx? Is that?
Or legs.
Or liver.
Yeah, larynx. I think it's Smarty Pants in there. What is larynx?
Who went with larynx over legs?
My bad. That's a good one too, I guess.
All right. Something at the doctor's office that starts with the letter B.
Blood pressure monitor?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You could have gone with Band-Aid or...
Oh, Band-Aid.
A weather phenomenon starting with the letter H.
Hurricane.
Good. A topping for pizza that starts with the letter P.
Pepperoni.
An animal you'd find at a zoo that starts with a B.
A bear.
And a name for a pet starting with F.
Ferret. Oh, you meant a name for a pet.
Yeah.
Not a type of pet. Never mind.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
This is Ace and Friends.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. but we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Ace and Friends.
I saw this online. Think quickly, with no prep work at all. What piece of technology do you miss the most? What piece of technology do you miss the most? I'm old school. I'm going, well, one of two things. The Atari 2600, I thought was awesome. It was one of the first video game systems that had asteroids and all that. Now, you can actually get that.
Yeah.
You can get it loaded with games. I had one for a few years, and it was really cool. Or the old school BlackBerry.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's out of date. Good. It's out of date. Forget about it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even work that well, but I do miss that keyboard.
That keyboard, yeah.
I do miss that keyboard. And something about the size of the BlackBerry. The size was perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
The piece of technology that you miss the most. Could be game technology. I saw somebody online said they kind of miss the fax machine.
Why?
Because
that's stupid.
They said it was something cool about when you heard it connect. It was like, what's coming? Somebody said it as a fax. What's coming through? It's different than an email. There's some excitement around a fax. Like, we getting a fax.
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, I did too. I think that whatever they used in school, it was a huge disc. It looked like a DVD, but huge. And then they would scan these barcodes in a little booklet, and things would appear on the screen. I remember thinking, like, that's magic. I don't even remember what that was.
I don't even know. We didn't have that when I was in school.
Mm-hmm. Didn't last long.
It was a big disc.
Looked like a record, but
a laser disc?
Yeah, maybe it was a laser disc, but you could use the remote and you would scan barcodes and it would bring up different things.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was a laser disc. I don't miss it, though. That's not even really a good answer. I don't know. That's tough. A BlackBerry would probably be my answer, too.
Yeah.
That was my first phone. Loved a BlackBerry.
Well, I remember when I got the, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was a small black flip phone. I was like, I'm rich now.
With a flip phone,
It was a flip phone, but it was
a Razor?
No. But it was, and I forgot. I just can't think of it at the moment. And I was like, this is the hot phone right now. I've got the hot phone. I've gotten rich.
Was it like a walkie-talkie?
No, it wasn't like a
just a
Nextel.
little-
Just a little phone, flip open, close.
I
And then after that, I graduated to the BlackBerry, and I was like, don't even say anything to me now. I got a BlackBerry.
Sorry, I'm typing emails. I can't hear you.
I'm doing emails on my phone.
Sorry, brokey. I'm over here doing email.
At one point, I had the same phone that Iron Man had in the first Iron Man movie, so I felt real rich then.
Really? What was it?
It's a phone. It looks like one of the brick phones, like a Nokia, but the top screen turns and reveals a keyboard underneath.
Oh yeah. This is stupid.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.